Uranium stocks explode higher as WallStreetBets goes nuclear. My name is Nick Hill. Welcome to Beat the Street. This show is dedicated to finding out how to lower my risk and maximize my returns. Why are uranium stocks exploding higher? Let's take a look at what's going on under the covers here. Here we can see the Global X Uranium ETF, which is a sector-specific ETF covering uranium stocks. The ticker is URA. And you can see over the last few weeks it has dramatically exploded higher. And as I said before, WallStreetBets is going bananas. This is Swaggy Stocks, and Swaggy Stocks is supposedly tracking all of the tickers on WallStreetBets. Now you remember WallStreetBets, they sent GameStop to the moon. Will they send uranium to the moon? Well, if you look at this ticker tracker, you see the second largest ticker is CCJ. Yesterday, the largest ticker, I can't speak here, was CCJ. Now, CCJ is Cameco. Cameco could be considered the ExxonMobil of the uranium sector. So why are these stocks exploding higher? Well, uranium is not something a lot of people talk about. And if I look at the spot price of uranium here on Trading Economics, and I zoom out all the way back in time here, you can see that it's been pretty cheap, and then it exponentially went up, starting in around 2003, all the way up to into 2007. Now, if you had put your money in down here when it was 30 and it had gone up here to, let's say, 130, 4x your money in a short amount of time seems pretty good to me. So what is the thesis behind all of this? Or is this just a bunch of crazy people on WallStreetBets trying to have diamond hands and shoot something to the moon? Well, there's been an interesting development in the last few weeks, let's say. So here, when I zoom in to 1 year, you've got the uranium price pretty flat. Then it dramatically explodes higher. Well, what's happening here? What's happening is that Sprott has created a physical uranium trust. And this is a trust that is going into the market and buying pounds of uranium, scooping them up away from the utilities that need them. Why is this happening and why should we care? Well, people who are really into this and people who pretend or do know something about this say that the Sprott price is around $30. It was. Now it's up to 40, and no one can make any money. Really, they need to be selling it above 60. Once they're above 60, then a lot of mines can come online. So it's basically, supposedly, a bunch of uranium miners selling it at 30, losing $30 a pound and trying to make it up on volume. The thing is, people who are in the know, or supposed know, are saying that utilities need this uranium because 10, 15, 20% of all electricity, something like that. What the specific number is not important. What's important is that a large percentage of the world's power, including power in the United States, comes from nuclear reactors. And what do they need? They need uranium. And according to people in the know, uranium is in a supply deficit. So here we have this Sprott company trying to come in and buy up all the available pounds and shoot up the price of uranium. Will this be the next big short squeeze? Well, only time will tell. And if you look at URA, or we can put in Cameco here, you can see kind of the price action. CCJ is the stock. And Cameco has been on a tear, coming from a low of under $10 all the way up to 23. So if you were lucky to put your money in like 6 months ago, a year ago, or even a few weeks ago, you're already sitting on dramatic gains. And guess what? WallStreetBets is starting to take notice. So this is something that I think that everyone should be paying attention to and looking into, because it has the potential to have a lower risk and maximize your returns. The reason why I say this is because obviously, if you want your power to keep flowing, utilities are going to need to buy this stuff. And if they're running at a supposed supply deficit, guess what? The prices eventually has to go up. And now that Sprott is in there buying up all the spare uranium that's sitting around in someone's vault or cave or wherever they keep uranium, they seem to be doing a great job of pushing the price up in a completely straight line. Now, nothing goes up in a straight line forever, but uranium is a sector that I would be watching, and I have personally already invested my money in. Will it be as explosive as we see? Or what will the future bring? I don't really know, but I'm so excited that I can't even talk straight and I'm mixing up my words. My point in all of this is pay attention, because these stocks could make dramatic moves. Look in the past how high Cameco went during the last run-up in price. It went from $10 all the way to $50 in just a few years. Will we see a repeat of this? If we do, that could turn something like $10,000 into $50,000 in a short matter of time. So I would be looking into this. Based on these facts, there's a strong bull case for the entire sector, and there could be some huge upside potentials inside of the smaller miners. Time will tell what happens, but if the facts are true and utilities really need to come into the market and buy more of this stuff, and the miners are operating at a deficit, for the market to balance out, the price could have to go higher. And if that happens, that means more money, more upside in anyone investing in this sector. Now, of course, there could be a nuclear disaster and it can go the other way. But barring that, guess what? There's the green movement. We're going to need more clean electricity, and nuclear could fit into that agenda. That means this could potentially happen without WallStreetBets and without Sprott. And those are just fuel for the fire. So I'm watching this sector extremely closely. Stay tuned for more information from Beat the Street as I try to uncover how to lower my risk and maximize my returns.